and told her that he was going to be dating her in 10 years?
No, I wouldn't agree with that at all.
Okay, so Trump said that to someone else's daughter on a CBS interview in 1992. Does this mean that you won't be voting for Trump, or do you not care if he does it to someone else's daughter other than your own?
See you tomorrow. Well, I wouldn't agree with it. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that would not make me vote for him, but have you seen the policies?
Oh, so you'd only care if he said that to your daughter, not hers?
Well, no, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't care that if he said it to somebody else.
He's like sexualized his own daughter. He's talked about grabbing women by the P word without consent on Access Hollywood.
And also, like, CBS News.
Okay, your baby's riled up, right? I think they're screaming at you. I think they're taking that's you right there. Okay. Anyways, so it was an interview of Trump. It was Trump saying those things. It wasn't like a reporting on what Trump had allegedly said. And he left. Okay, all right. Sorry, not he, she left. We're going to move on to our next guest. Dude, these conversations are a little bit rough, guys. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? These conversations are a little bit rough. And we got a runner. Hey, if you guys, we got literally, okay, they're driving. We have a couple more minutes here. We're going to go and get our last guest up of the night. But I do just want to say here real quick to the 5.7 thousand people that are watching. I am going on Jubilee very, very, very soon. I was instructed to not really talk about the specifics of the episode. I can't tell you exactly what is going to happen, but I can tell you that it is going to be a lot of fun. Bethany, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo for Road and Wade. I really appreciate you for that. I may even be in 2 episodes. We'll see. If you want to support me in the travel fund for flying around to these other states for that, my Venmo, my PayPal are in my bio. All the donations that I get for the rest of the night here are going to be going directly into the travel fund. So I just thought I would let you all know, if you do choose to donate, exactly where your donation will be going. Transparency is key. We're going to go to get our last guest up. Let's see if we could get Chris up in the box. What's up, man? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 46.
Phenomenal. Are you voting for Trump?
I believe so, yeah.
All right.
Well, just for a little backstory, I'm registered as an independent. I voted third party in 2016. I did vote for Trump in 2020. I really am not a huge Donald Trump fan. I certainly would consider myself a MAGA person. I think he's done a lot of fairly despicable things. Not somebody I would want to hang out or to be an influence in my family. However, what I really wanted to say was I came in, I'm not familiar with you, this is my first time ever coming in here, and was intrigued by the prospect of actual intelligent conversation back and forth. I like to learn things about both sides that I don't already know, and that's wonderful. But the lady that was in here a little bit ago, and she was talking about her kids being in the bath, and you made the statement about feeling sorry for her kids. I feel like statements like that and a couple things I've heard since then make you sound more like Trump and the types of things he says than the types of things that I think the people you support would say. And I just want to say that I think it really hurts your cause, that it comes across as mean-spirited, it comes across as rude, and that's not going to help you here.
Yeah, for the most part, I try to maintain a very productive, way of conversation, like absent of like ad homs, attacks, or statements such as that one. But there comes a point where this expectation that has been incessantly placed on the left since the conception of the left, that we are supposed to be the ones that accept, we are supposed to be the ones that understand, we are supposed to be the ones that are compassionate, is gone a little bit too far. I personally don't find there to be much issue, if any issue at all, with me saying that I feel bad for the children of an obviously ignorant, uneducated mother who condones, is complicit, and apologetic towards rape. Okay? What would happen if one of those kids grows up and they happen to be a woman, and this woman is a victim of a similar crime? What would the mother say in that circumstance? Would she hold her same attitudes? Would she say, "Where is your evidence? You're obviously lying, or you're probably doing it for the attention"?
I think we both know
want to continue to justify the continued perpetuation of rape culture that would only allude towards more harm towards women. I would absolutely hold to the claim that If you're a bad person to begin with, a bad person down to your core, such a bad person that you are sympathetic and apologetic towards rape, you're going to make a bad parent. Point blank, period. And I have no issue with voicing that as loud as I can.
Okay, well, let me explain. I think you understand that they would not hold that sort of consistency, and that's why you asked the question, is because you know they wouldn't. So you know that these people, that even the ones that defend Trump, if it were in their own backyard, they wouldn't do that. So they're doing it out of some blind allegiance and trying to excuse things, which they shouldn't. I agree 100%. But at that point, when someone's ignorant, a lot of times it's not by choice. A lot of times it's because of the situation they've come out of. So taking someone who's ignorant, and rather than trying to
that was a demonstration of that was a demonstration of willful ignorance. There's a massive difference between
I don't think it was.
ignorance. There's a massive difference between ignorance being born out of like socioeconomic factors related to education, upbringing, financial well-being, and how all of these, this complex interplay of societal factors would like play into like how much knowledge you have in the world around you. That's one thing. But willful ignorance is completely separate. What willful ignorance is the
I know exactly what willful ignorance is. I understand the concept.
Retention. Okay, you understand the concept of willful ignorance.
Yes,
well,
absolutely.
yeah, I'd say that willfully ignorant MAGA cultists who actively contort reality, are apologetic to rape, and don't really care about the well-being of others.
I didn't hear her ever being apologetic to rape, but the person that I was speaking of, I didn't hear.
And you seem to have selective hearing.
I don't. I'm pretty good at listening. And actually, like I said, I'm not even here to say that I dislike you or I hate your viewpoints. We probably agree on a lot of things. And really, I'm all for debate and getting the truth out there, and hopefully it does change some people's minds either way, as long as all the facts are out there.
She said everybody makes mistakes. She called grape a mistake.
I didn't hear her say that. I really didn't.
She said everybody makes mistakes. She was also talking about abortion, being like perpetuating, like willfully perpetuating misinformation about what abortion is, when it is held, what it leads to, demonizing individuals that would hold to pro-choice views.
Well, I would
absolutely virtue signaling on behalf of the unborn to justify infringing upon the rights of women.
Well, we would
the more say this out loud, the further the picture gets painted that she is going to be a terrible mother.
We would disagree on a lot of things. You and I, obviously, abortion, we'd be on opposite sides of, but that's not really why I came up here. I just want to say, you don't have to be a jerk. You don't have to be mean-spirited. You don't have to try and attack people, attack their arguments. Show that they're flawed. Show that they're wrong. That's great. But don't be an asshole.
I think that there is the right time for not being a jerk, not being an asshole, attacking an argument because you think it'll spark change either within the participant of the debate or individuals watching. And then I also think there's a time for calling the shots as they are. I think that we should socially scrutinize and honestly, to some extent, shame, right, those individuals that would pertain to the bottom of the barrel. There shouldn't be a platform. There shouldn't be societal compassion and acceptance towards people who legitimately cause harm, and they do so willingly. Like, I don't know why this expectation is placed on so many people, especially on the left, but I think it's a false expectation.
I think that
I'm completely justified with it. I think I'm completely justified by engaging in social scrutiny of, like, point blank period, evil people. I think that I'm beyond reasonable if I want to tell a horrendous human being that they're going to make a bad parent. Who knows, right? That may be what will lead to change, because obviously reason, rationale, and sympathetic debate hasn't.
Well, I disagree. I don't think that what you're doing is necessary. I'm all for discussion and sharing your viewpoints and debating policies, but I think you definitely err on the side of being more like Trump than you would probably like to admit.
Okay, I have a question for you now. Since you're Jesus 2.0, why the hell are you voting for Trump?
Hold on. See, this is exactly it right here. Why am I Jesus 2.0? Because I just asked you to be kind?
Come on, that's kind of funny.
It wasn't funny at all.
No, I mean, you're obviously coming up on my live to tone police. I think I've given multiple explanations towards how I would wasn't necessarily unacceptable and how it may be acceptable.
You've proven my point for me, so I'm going to leave because you can't be kind.
Well, Chris, if you are willing to go so far to leave my space because I called you Jesus 2.0, why aren't you going so far to leave Trump's supporter base when he made fun of a disabled reporter? Or, I don't know, launched a social attack on the rights of women, or I don't know, engaged in racism, saying that Kamala Harris isn't black. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there's going to be some obvious, discrepancies there. But we're going to move on to our next guest. Chris just came up to tone police. Tone police seemingly doesn't really work on me, because I am pretty careful with my words and how I use them. Colin, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo, saying Dean is confident and sassy. Trump is a jerk. Hell yeah, I like that distinction. Thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Let's get some W's for Colin in that chat. I really appreciate you. What's going on? How old are you? And eBay, thank you so much for the $5 on PayPal. I really appreciate you. Alyssa, thank you for the $10 on Venmo for Schooling Jesus 2.0. I really appreciate you for the love, Alyssa. W's in the chat for all the donors. Thank you guys so much. Ren, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 28. I'm doing all right.
Are you voting for Trump?
I'm not. I just really want to say, fuck that guy. He has no idea what he's talking about. Women absolutely treat their daughters that way all the time. Like, my best friend and I have really early childhood trauma from events that we went through. And yes, women, mothers, parents really do think that way.
Hey.
So that's all I wanted to say.
Based Ren. W's for Ren in the chat. Yo, what a fucking W, alright? W Yap. Let's get a W Yap in that comment section. We love you, Ren. You're phenomenal. Massive W Yap. Phenomenal. Chelsea, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for that love. Thank you so much. Massive W's for Chelsea for the $10 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for that. We're going to go to get our next guest up in here as we speak. Massive W's for Ren. That's so based. Absolutely. W Yap. W Ren. Moving on to our next guest. Everybody just give us a minute. Jesse, thank you for the $5 on Venmo, saying Trump's a real asshole. Absolutely. I'm going to move on to Tanner. I'm surprised Parker isn't live yet. He's probably setting up right now, folks. Awesome. W Ren, hell yeah. All right. If you want to support me, my Venmo, my PayPal, they are in the bio. We're going to move on to our next guest. What's up, Ricky? How are
Why
you?
should Kamala Harris give all our tax money to all the immigrants?
Okay, so can you name one federally funded program to undocumented migrants?
All the immigrants in New York City.
So that is a state level funded program, in fact?
State level funded program.
Yeah.
What about all the free housing? All the free fucking tax money? What about all the food stamps? The $15,000 in food stamps, the $5,000 in free spending.
Yeah, actually, so no undocumented migrant can get.
No. Did you know Switzerland hasn't had a war in 600 years? Hitler was too afraid to invade them because they couldn't fucking. They were mandatory to own guns.
I'm so.
She wants to take our guns.
No, she doesn't. That's a lie.
Why are you guys so sick in the brain to vote for this lady? She's literally going to destroy the country.
Thank you for the subscription. And if Donald Trump is elected, the death.
Anything she is doing, anything she says that she can do now. You guys forget that she's the vice president.
Okay, so I have a question. How is Kamala
What's your
Harris going to
question?
destroy our country?
All these immigrants. What are you talking about? Ask anybody. Everybody tells you.
Migrants destroy
You
the
guys
country.
just ignore and ignore and ignore.
Okay, so you think that immigration destroys a country. So how come Trump shot down Lankford's bill in the Senate 2 years ago?
I don't know anything about that.
I'm going to inform you about it. Just listen. So about 2 years ago, we had this guy named Lankford. He was a senator, a Republican senator, actually, and he drafted a phenomenal border bill that would have ended the crisis 2 years ago. Had bipartisan support in the House and the Senate. He was a great guy. Maybe not. I'm not going to go that far. He was Trump endorsed. Probably not a great guy. Anyways, Trump then called the Republicans in the House and the Senate, told them to vote against Lankford's bill, right? Specifically for the reason that he can use this as a talking point for his campaign for re-election today. So if immigration destroys our country, and Trump actively thwarted a good border bill that caused more immigration, does this mean that Trump is placing him so far above the country that he doesn't care if it's temporarily destroyed as long as it increases his chances of winning re-election in 2024?
See, okay. Yeah, I got nothing to say, brother.
There's multiple instances of Trump putting himself above the country.
Okay, can I ask why you are voting for Kamala?
Yes, actually you can. I was just going to give you another example of Trump placing himself above the country, and I'll use this as my first reason why I'm voting for Kamala Harris, right? I just don't vote for Trump, right? For the main reason being, predominantly, he tried to stage a coup to overthrow our federal government and to rig the outcome of the 2020 election because he didn't like that he lost. So imagine this. The year is 2020. Everybody just went down to the ballot box, cast their vote. Then Trump goes on Fox News on November 9th, and he's like, all the votes for Biden are illegal. If you just count the legal ones, I win. And then he gets together with his lawyers and sends fake certificates of ascertainment to Congress to be counted as real, to literally nullify the voice and the vote of every single American citizen that voted in the 2020 election to be made the president again just because he wanted to. That is him literally placing himself above our country, circumnavigating around our civil and electoral processes for personal gain. Isn't that like an insurmountably good reason not to vote for Trump? Because we care about our democracy, we care about our country, we care.
What about the inflation? She can change all the inflation right now, but she doesn't.
That's actually.
What about the borders? Why does she have the borders open and letting all these people come in?
It's actually super.
They know that
they are going to come in and they're going to have no consequences.
Carrie, thank you so much for the $20 on PayPal to school racist Ricky on immigration.
Why should our tax?
Yeah, I think it's actually time we just address those claims. I really appreciate you for the $20 on PayPal from Carrie. So why do you think immigration is bad?
Because they steal our jobs. They're getting all of our tax money.
Okay, how could you say that they steal our jobs and get our tax money? Stealing our jobs would imply that they're W-2 workers, and since they're citizens, they can't file for tax returns, so they'd be paying more in tax.
Why do they get free housing? What about all the homeless people in America?
The homeless people in America that Republicans haven't done anything about for the last 20 years, except for Trump is now proposing that they should be sent to jail and locked up. Do you really care about the homeless people in America? Because if you did,
what about Kamala Harris saying that she can just swipe a pen and destroy all these people's lives and put them in prison, destroy their families, destroy their relationships? What about all that?
Oh yeah, there's a great.
She admitted to that.
There's a great C-SPAN clip out there of Kamala Harris talking about the accountability that she had to take on as a prosecutor. She recognized the power of being a prosecutor, being able to.
She said she
wipe
loves
out
it.
someone''s life.
She said she loves being
now
able to do
you're
it. 2019. Nope, there's a video of it.
I literally watched the video yesterday. How much do you want to bet?
Oh, did you? Did you watch it yesterday?
Yeah. How much do you want to bet? Money? How much money do you want to bet that you're right and I'm wrong? I like to make money off of this very silly interaction.
Oh, nobody's gonna give you money.
Well, I mean, you're just not confident in this shit that you're spewing out of your mouth. Can you admit that you just made that up on the spot?
I didn't make that up.
Sure as hell you did.
No, I didn't.
Fuck yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Why is the richest man in the world sending millions of dollars to this man just so he can keep his fucking place?
Okay, who's the rich man and who are they sending money?
Elon. What about him? He's the only person doing anything in this fucking world.
Elon actually pulled out of the $35 million that he had pledged to donate to Trump.
No. Donald Trump denied that was happening. And I don't
Solana,
think
thank you for the $5. I really appreciate you for that love. And Chelsea, thank you so much for the $10. And Alyssa, thank you for the $10 as well. I really appreciate you guys for the love.
We got 5,000 retards in this fucking...
All right, I apologize for his use of slurs. Literally, fucking, of course. Of fucking course. Ruben, I appreciate you for the $2 on Venmo. Thank you for the love. Of fucking course. I apologize for his use of the slur. Common bigotry of the right. Yeah, I'm kind of at my wit's end, chat. Not going to lie. I'm going to go ahead and end my stream for the night. But before I leave, hit that follow button. Shelby, thank you for the $5 on Venmo for nobody. I appreciate you for that love. I go live and I have these discussions every single day of the week. They're so much fun. I live and breathe for these damn lives because of how much I love them. I don't know. It's great. I really do love it. So if you enjoyed the content today, hit that follow button. Even if you didn't, if you're a Trump supporter, hit that follow button too. I'm going to be back tomorrow. But low-key, we're gonna raid Parker, and when we do, I'm gonna pop in his guest request and see if he accepts me. But no one say anything about it in the chat, just spam Dean Raid. If he wants to co-host, he'll bring me up. But yeah, anyways, if you guys want to join my Discord, that link is discord.gg/Dean. I hang in there out a lot. Sorry, holy shit, I can't talk. I hang out in there a lot. That's also where I kind of send like announcements about who I am, what I'm up to. I'll definitely be really active on Discord when I'm filming for Jubilee. So if you kind of want like an insider speak of that, make sure to join. Once again, the join code is just my name. But anyways, would y'all spam Parker's @ in the chat? Because we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit him with a fat raid. You're learning so much? Yeah, dude. Loki, I learned so much by listening to debates. I really hope that there's at least a handful of people out there that are able to learn and take away a lot from these discussions. Spam. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, everyone head over to @ParkerGetARealJob on TikTok. Head over to Parker Needs a Job. All 4,000 of you guys head over to @ParkerNeedsAJob on TikTok. I'll be over there myself soon. Spam Dean Raid in the chat. I love you all. See you all over there. Bye, guys. @ParkerNeedsAJob. Spam Dean Raid. Adios.